Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Mofanche is a more live and I'm complaining of sounding in Mofanche. We're still trying our possible best, and if say outside when your feedback, I just refresh it. Now fi brass will be now to me could be biabe kama. What you say? Biabe kama. A branch of who says what's going on. Yeah, ready. There's only one thing said dogo bin one. On this dogo bin one. But say oba be if say who experiences sound issues, I just refresh it. You get it right. We're trying our possible best to make sure say we'll give you a correct sound and But from iShow Speed, what we do know so far, government is not directly involved in Nibibia. Government is not directly involved. Your Nwakasa team and the team and by both the streamers and the streamer of any chat. On a chat and any personal security and in their private jet. Now, Omudru Ghana has here bouncers with degree will assist them. Abole for now, my degree, number assist you. And also, government is providing extra security, that is government security for them. Plus, fast access to Cape Coast and back, and also some other few things. But what I do know so far, and I said what has been confirmed so far, ASA government, it is government and they are not directly involved in the BBR. Until you guys can chill and make me the NB.
Podium.
Yes. Now, but make me by name who we are only president to our career. See the new week see we are crying on cotton you just like
say how no. Obiane anyhow.
Hey,
we are send chat video.
Video.
Oh, hey.
Hey. Can't say we any legal crew.
He should know, bro.
I mean, you'd have to do your research.
Say your buying, baby or five, be a man
okay.
You get it.
And also,
it's
in our dream, how you baby or free, baby, I'm free, no problem. I don't know,
you get it.
Yeah, that was what
also, baby, you're free banana. There are dispensaries. I say, yeah, medical. You can go for
Now it is very legal in several parts of America. Very, very legal. With the right documentation, you can buy any type of weed that you want. Just that you say a controlled substance, up to a certain age.
But even here in Ghana, if you have some prescriptions and stuff like that, you're allowed to get.
Really?
Even if they find
I'm for Ghana had the Menyesho CB I'm for Shino in a more professional way. I had the family prescription.
South Africa, I mean, there was a dispensary, like a shop, and a cannabis dispensary. So I opened, then I'm in like it's a shop. I will call the.
I'm going near my baby, edibles
near my baby, or Hontinia,
different countries.
Oh, nice. I have motor Ghana at the end there. We make sure say we keeping it real because streets in the WI watch it. Ghana at the end, senior man back we be she be out the refi the lyrics.
I know a thing.
Obetra music video or she you know. We just said it was non refi. The lyrics.
But she you mean na ko.
When I say yes, Papa ne Bruno here. Let's jump into one of the biggest stories for the week, and that would be Kwesi Arthur story about out. And it came out as a result of a year on one kasa ne be posty and near maybe a will phase posting or X. I don't know if it went onto other platforms of his, but X no ena a G hini kesi pa a gentra here. Now on X, this is what Kwesi Arthur posted. Or say if anything happens to me, Glenn Boateng and all team members of Grand Abchale are responsible and should be held responsible. I'm currently being asked to pay $150,000 for using images of myself for this current project. Grand Up claims to own me, my image, my music, and everything attached to it from 2016 to this day. although I have not worked or had any affiliation to the company since Son of Jacob, I have not made a dime from any of my music within the period I worked with them for years now and receive constant threats and manipulation from Glenn, who is living off my money and hard work. If for whatever reason this project that I'm trying to give my fans independently gets taken down, no, Glenn is responsible. He is working constantly around the clock for me to never put out music again. I've tried to not say anything for a long time, though it has affected my well-being and mental health. It has affected my well-being and mental health greatly. But for the safety of myself and my family, I choose to publicly share the truth. And this is signed by Kwesi Arthur. I did we drop on, when was it? Was it a Tuesday? Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday, yeah. And our trust are same way. And it's a key center stage, in fact. A man for maybe make up Kwesi Arthur asema. No more doubt me na no bias or the mebo breme. I'm say, oh, pilot. Na me be see dan bi. You know. Me here bo. Mo piling bo. Me de be adie bi. But one thing that in journalism most of the time in fact in modern day I need a feeling to do is reach out to the people who are directly involved to find out the truth. Yeah. And because story be about his side, her side of the story. Now story papum paano na 3 sides. Wayside and anokre. Nokre ni gina mfimfini. Nti utimi tie ha, so tie ha kakra. Na wa no use wa adwene find middle grounds. Now we Emma because near tiga take Kwesi Arthur side of the story. But Nyante Glenn Boateng and so side of the story. We Emma Street is watching ye both pina Glenn and any team not trying to find out what exactly is happening in their camp. And lo and behold, we got a different narration altogether. Yeah. You reach out to lawyer Jonathan Amable. Ono and a lawyer for Ground Up Charlie. Yeah. Representing Glenn. And of course, time and up Kwesi Arthur Juma Emma Ground Up also so not representing Kwesi Arthur. Now this is what he had to say. He elaborated. In fact, he breaky statement in the statement or the two about you breaking it down bit by bit. First and foremost, the part where he talked about CBB Tona Yemblemu Glenn Boateng, you know, made it look as if Glenn is a very violent person. Who is after his life. Which is not true, because all the threat or say abanasono a illegal threat and nothing more. Because the series of emails are a lawyer not share with us, of which there are timestamps to it. All of them, the lawyer encouraged him, on a Glenn, encouraged him to seek legal advice in Adia Oyan, or say, find a lawyer to explain all these things to you. Said the bear obete Adiana see, because almost always it seems like we see Nkasa air trotro BB. On air trot the or pay descendium. No, see, bro, Adiana and yes, where we've rich and yet will be. It was all my lawyer, Eddie. Ebem. But Kwesi Arthur and fees and money. So I think when we had a conversation with the lawyer, I asked him, said, did they ever have a one-on-one with Kwesi's lawyer before in Adenina? And I think he told me, he said, the only time Kwesi's lawyer Bem is when he decided to leave the contract 1 year prior to the cessation or expiry date of the contract. And no, and foreign lawyers be thrown, wanting to know the terms of termination of the contract. That was the only time. I was sending my phone and one maybe they didn't come again. So Kwesi never employed a lawyer. Dealings Kwesi never did. And that is very, very serious.
Very serious.
Extremely serious, because how do you enter into a contract without a lawyer?
How?
Regardless of how plain the English may be, how simple they may be. Charlie, contract your contract. And once our own kind, unko suku ni bi, enti ase no. Do not try to use layman's understanding of his words to thereof, therein, thereas, words be hence, massa.
A simple, the boy is coming. What do you call quarter one?
Oh, mobeti me actually no lie bi. Enti killer. And Kwesi comes across as he is a very lovely person.
Yeah.
But in the case of the law, it doesn't favor
a lovely person.
No. Call to them, hono. Makan, the message should be. Eho yen kanu kreu, ye kamra.
Camera.
Hono nye no kre ne yekoka wo emra ne yekoka. Inti mra no saying the esie. The esie and say to answer his other part of assembly nyina. Also ground up see they own you. So you can't use your image. That is factually wrong. Because all that they were saying is that they produced images for you and videos for you. And that asset has become theirs. Enti young fan say, yeah, baby twa Monday, Tuesday, sa videos are try pictures try on set ni nyina no. Because they were commissioned by Ground Up, it becomes the property of Ground Up, of which you agreed in the initial contract that was presented to you in 2017. In 2017, a man contract I say assets that are produced by us becomes our property. Yeah. You did not contest that. Why contest you? Exactly.
I think Adia Bakwa microphone here what Ghana has. Slim, not to catch him in the shame. Understanding the legality of a contract.
I want to say.
To no, my sign krata. Miss on krata and me sign and a share humanasi into my sign.
My sign. Into me sign me a shade manasi.
May sign me a shade humanasi.
Okay.
On TSS, it is a legal binding document
between two parties.
On life for that.
What life for that?
No, one thing about Adieni na and when I was a me engage lawyer no, me tini ma bebre ase. Or say, putting it out there that we own you, we own your image. You're wrong.
Very wrong.
You're so wrong. Now, so all started say uye project no, and Ghanaians when the artists nya asema that is where you understand Ghana for. They will move towards artists. Because artists nina a darling boy and not darling only famous. Wow, one chain be who say who did artist no a shine. But I can tell you, say, Ground Up made Kwesi Arthur known, and Kwesi Arthur made Ground Up known.
Yeah.
But it started from Ground Up. Because without the financing, Kwesi Arthur can move. And today I will present a lot of facts to this case. Now, almost so we try new pictures now the Yale projector. They don't have any problem because these are photos and audio and I say audio visuals that were commissioned by yourself.
Yeah.
We don't own that. But if you go and pick content that we generated for you and I say images that were commissioned by us or paid for by us, there be. That is all that they are saying. Me say unim say photographer etwa picture kim. Now walk of internet and so post one so bit you.
Yeah.
And it happened. I think some years ago, US, one popular celebrity. Or say, nanya me ana me wo picture ni. Dabi. But the production is not for you.
The means at which that picture now photo came about.
Even when you pay for the picture, there is a level of rights that still goes to the photographer. You own a right on that picture. The photographer owns the right. Even if you pay. But when to your car, the photographer owns the right to that picture. I saw a comment B.O.B. Busa say, say, record label no, say or sign no rena say or no chim na one yum no, or jinning in every one someone and yum no record label no perform you was stage bench so. And then on find check artist.
So So
I don't know on your day.
On fanyom no enche artist. Nti we a record label. Me a artist. Me no yentem ati. But then the contract said say
all assets produced no master copies.
Nti what the person was asking is wo no waje enomo no.
What the
perform was
performance on one
so you see people's mentality.
Okay, on perform and
also
Unim, Kwesi was not fair to Ground Up, and I'll be honest. Kwesi was not fair, especially by posting that statement and adding the image of Glenn to it. In the upcoming weeks, my prediction, my prediction, I foresee say Ground Up is going to sue Kwesi Arthur for that particular
for defamation.
one. For defamation,
I support.
For defamation and all that, I foresee say ebesi. And so because you remember say me busa lawyer and say what are the next steps to this? No, so obebusa the client, the position on that.
I think,
but baby, what drag your brand in a druno. Say a miming pa, I will sue Kwesi for that.
Slim, not to catch you, but for me, I think at this point, people are having the conversation on the same medium now. This outlet and the should render an unqualified apology.
Oh, definitely.
To Glenn.
No, apology, but still nice.
But no, because they've been trying to get him to sit at the round table for a discussion for so long.
Yeah.
Information are me picky. And in fact, one was stated even in the thread of emails, say, we've contacted your father. Say, cool, calm heads and solve this issue because as I same way, any say koso, any say tra, enya die bie hu bie Kwesi ne Ground Up, enya die hu. Hwe, o say one emrante ne ye adwuma Ground Up ye adwuma no. Onsa nkeske bia. There's a thread of emails. A say ya send you payment link. I'm workers who receive payments. And from 2017 to 2021, our first contract and it was a 4-year term.
Yeah.
Renewable by 2. O sign we na 60-40 no. Sena yen when ya hwe woma. Then I also repeat signing 50-50 from 2021 to 2023. Why did you do that? Were you forced? These are some of the questions we need to ask ourselves.
Slim,
were you forced?
One other question is the fact also he didn't make a dime.
And that was the approval said. There's a thread of email say I send you payment link. I'm going to click it so I withdraw scan. And after accounting, yes, and after accounting, it was clear that you have received over 91,370 pounds. Pounds. Because Ground Up is a UK-based company, so they pay in pounds. So now you are lying to can't throw Abontin for what? Because you want public sympathy. And it was clear from the beginning that was what Kwesi wanted to do. And so me baby soon Abontin na man for nyina be gina mechi because me na me artist.
And a new project not dey ban in Tiana.
It could be. It could be.
I say he's trying to generate a buzz.
It could be because
at this point I would also say kudos to the lawyer, kudos to yourself, kudos to Obia Onitimi initiating that conversation. Because it would have been and come on, yes, our conversation now. Bro, trust you, me say.
And it was
on social media.
It was turning into a Me Too movement too.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
now
that because producers need to buy out by because so many say internet at the end of the day, regardless of say ebia mama yen this side here and kade bebe bia no yen nyina ye bedwene say de Kwesi Arthur no because already the fact say he's an artist is so that he owns the heart of the people. Your friend is a record label no there. Who share into near where they will be into the facts or no about bontia back as say near you kumi me am a baby I met obviously obi okro bisa say Kwesi den obetin tokwana kwama
amanfo na ekun tokwani nyina metiase and I respect their emotions for the artists because yes, these are the people that makes us happy. I respect Kwesi is one artist that I love so much. And he said me personally, I have benefited directly from him. So there is no way I would want to run down Kwesi Arthur for anything.
Yeah.
That is why time me yeah editorial be about him about his Rasta agrada boy because agrada na dia homboni ashemu. When I met him at Hits FM and he complained about that, I apologized because it was just a joke. It was really a joke. So if any panel can joke about just apologize and move on. Most of the people do not get some of these things right because as much as we love the artists, we should also look out for the truth because any artists now who are they penny about there is another element inside. Maybe there's another element inside called the investor, of which their contribution to this industry has since been looked down upon so much that they feel ama adwuma no aye ne ya aye din aye ya enemrem anyum to adwuma ene se obeto taxi ni mienu nyina ehu ampa wo de be produce artist ne se wo de beto taxi ni mienu aye hu and me yasa akwa side because when you lie about something that is traceable like money because accounting be who a trace no. So when I was doing my investigation about this thing, do you know that Kwesi Arthur ground up Charlie bought a Mercedes-Benz GLK for Kwesi Arthur?
Yeah, he posted it. Yeah, we saw it.
But
one video. Oh, I forgot the video. None in New crowd in the same video. They showed the Benz. Oh, I forgot the title of the song.
Or catch a man for baby fever.
No. It was there's a music video to it. I think it's one of those ones that no kita Indomina. Oh,
he never told the world.
Title of the
he never told the world where that car came from.
About the music business now.
He never told the world.
And Kwafona ya etwich jinem ekekane omo pay most of the time speaking against the investors no. They think that artists no kujina studio or recording via let me say investor na copy pancro for actual slim chale money we kakra mami they think that is where they think that is the entire
it is not job. So
music production music business is one hell of an expensive avenue to venture in a rent yama edano nye he ya na ka a black sheriff mpaboa nkran 100
me say
na sempaboa ne se ba ko 1000 at times 100 na say
unim say last week black manager unso ka say or the 80 ma artist no and of 20 pacho sa film no mate going rate no
somate obi ye 60-40 or ye 50-50 ebi mo ye 70-30 and so ono ultimate my artist 80% e mo no fa
and pono still edru ho no Ghana for be didi manager na
or take advantage of black
one of the things
possible
we are very quick to forget and say before even an artist was signed to a record it's very few artists maybe omutumenya the numbers omunya fame no before the record label ebe coming inside people are looking at money let's talk about fame alone if you quantify fame
managing fame and quantifying fame
fame keke to get somebody to reach at a point where or train more people point and know that particular person.
Sure.
For you to manage somebody to get to that point it's not easy so people just look at it and sika 100,000 and or akoboshi yamani 50,000. Do you know Kwesi Arthur is a typical example is Kwesi Arthur. Kwesi Arthur was made famous by Ground Up. Ground Up was also made famous through Kwesi Arthur. It's a collective thing. It's a 50-50 thing. Why are people not talking about that? Before music, what was Kwesi doing? Before the discovery of Kwesi Arthur, what was he doing? Some of these artists, they forget to you came into an environment. They said, "Oko creative space, Oko drew on not produce and wabon." And you now all day to me can't just say manage it well, do it this. You are not going to become who you are. Or how many times did Kwesi pay for his own record?
Mami we na in a statement.
Mami fa baby back when she ma adwene maso. People forget that artists na nyana nyumo bo nyina na be hit. Into there are a lot of songs record label no spend money on.
That they
But
can't
then
even,
they
they don't
yes.
even recoup.
Make anything.
Ayeka, and na
They don't.
yeka artist in Bejana on Bekase.
And they all know.
Canteen, my yen chakano. And when a record label nenquanka.
Let me read some of the comments and address them. Nana Ajua Ampoma. See, my question is, when they were getting the money from those platforms, did they ever pay him 50-50 from Son of Jacob and 40 from the 60-40? Yes, they were paying him the 60-40, and they told him, and it was in the first thread of email, our Mokache and said, per our agreement that we have with you from 2017 till now, Sa Asemno, yes, say, Ubenya 40% out of all the assets, royalties from all the assets that we've had during that time. And Son of Jacob, Nebeko 50-50. Please confirm that you've received payment for these things. And he said, yes.
Did he even read?
And almost actually, said, please refrain from visiting friends in these stores and contesting the ownership of these songs. Jai said, now, he tried even uploading some of the songs on a separate YouTube channel. Why would you do that? That is pure TV, like a chrono, because you know that it doesn't belong to you. And it's IP laws. It's IP laws. It's proper intellectual property. It says the person who commissions it owns it. And you know, as an artist, if you do not know this, then why are you even doing this job? Why are you even doing this job? And it hurts me so much that Obia and yes, other than Kwesi Arthur, who is supposed to know better. Come on, Koraninge. Man, Kora artists now, Afi no Mabano, Omunya Saden, you know better. Would you have access to other artists who are seniors in this business? Ask them. Say, oh, open Mr. My situation be say and you did not do that, and then you were even reporting ground up to these stores, which is very bad. Now to move on with respect to Asama Wakase, Omokache so on refraining when Yayo, and he went behind the record label to contact Platoon, that is the distributor, and tell them say on ground up in your into an advance on projects in the Son of Jacob now on my end. And they gave him $118,000 plus $118,000. And he took the money and ran with it.
I have a question.
It's bad.
I have a question to Glenn, and as a ground up on that particular, it doesn't sit well with me. How did they submit the project?
Okay.
Was it in the name of ground up? Then if it was in the name of ground up, how did Kwesi Arthur convince Platoon
to even do that?
To even do that.
So what I know, maybe a kakra minim about these labels and DSPs now or Moma advancing. Most of them deal with artists. Okay. Now present or management at Roma, they will deal with you. But as to say, omutimi ji Kwesi di
because if the project is submitted in a particular record label's
because
name,
the Son of Jacob, if you check on DSPs, is underground up. It's underground up. It's I am one wants to me call that level to even do that. Granted, say why it is time that Kwesi comes out to debunk all these things, because in summer Kwesi de beto abontino. If he knew say or a writer and ya abontino ye de beto ye kokko to them. In summer or de beto abontino it is not court of public appeal. It is courtroom, divisional, high court, divisional, and as a commercial unit. A honey ediko. A honey edis as me con me will be catch me say we say. If it's threat, police will.
Ah, God.
Me I will catch me no den war catch then a bit my ana say ku gina ne plano na twen ayi etu ogina ho na stop nipa na. No, I want to understand what Kwesi meant by if something happens to me, it is the meanwhile the police is there.
If something happens to me, it sounded like a ground up more sending or some threats, be
like
some messages,
violence kind
and calls, baby and be trailing no near.
That is what Slim is saying. Say, if that be the case,
and no crack court, police
never on some
for police.
No police invite.
I don't know his state of mind. I don't know
I'm
just
so
wanted
sad.
the public sympathy.
I'm
This
so
is
sad
not what-
talking about Kwesi in this way because he doesn't come across as that type of guy.
Facts.
Are you sure he's not suffering from any form of depression?
And Tina, the last ending of the it has
message,
affected my well-being and my mental health. That I'm moving towards it.
You are being forced to believe.
I am being forced, and this one is from the horse's own mouth. With that being said, he's not a horse. As some or kind of horse are affecting mental health, and I am tempted to believe that all is not well with
All
Kwesi.
is not well. If
All
truly,
is not well.
If truly this is based on his mental health, then it makes a lot of sense because when someone is depressed, like depressed, the issue about Blacko, the contract with the management and all that, can be a trigger to Kwesi Arthur's depression.
Yeah.
And when the trigger comes, usually depression, you don't justify. You blame. So that if there is depression, it is and obe blame way. Ochina obe blame way. Something needs to be blamed for the depression.
No, but okay.
When you go to
So
court,
something very simple. And emails, I can go through them again. I've already done editorials on it, 2 editorials on it. There's nowhere in the email that Ground Up SND man can say, we own your image, so you can't use your image.
Your own image.
There's nowhere in it. So why is he saying that?
The way
I
he
think
put the thing,
has come
the
to play.
construction,
Because
the way
I
I'm
can't use my pictures.
I mean, so to me, no one
different.
personal
So
picture,
only
crow cha.
panel.
On to me, fans were wanting. That's what I understood the whole issue.
I remember making a post that artists should not sign their lives away because this is how we understood the whole post.
The whole thing.
I said, Ground Up owns the
Meaning,
entire
including
being.
the shadow.
That
That's
is
how he
wrong.
made the whole
Because the
thing
guy
from
has,
the beginning.
this is not the first time he has released a project. He has released like 3 projects. Extra video, only free the youth. Did you hear Ground Up come for him?
It can be that Ote Blacko Dieno, Blacko manager 80-20. It didn't sound like Blacko manager peprene hwa jijiski kabia ne ade. After the discussion, no, I said you no oyeche. I saw yeche. Intie bia and also made him feel say Oyamo 20-80. Now I'm 50-50 and I just
will be contract. Ebe compare who would ya was sign
Let's not justify anything.
No. This speculation crowd the man.
This is not justification.
I am the man that the major today. Mental health no what touch.
Ono akasama ka say mental health wo ho.
Unim in 2018 in an interview a year one TV station show. I want to get the facts right on this one.
Okay.
Na mama producer Abo Sarden. Kwesi Arthur said on Ground Up enye dwuma biem.
Yeah.
You realize that?
Yeah.
It was in 2018.
Yeah. 18, 19?
One of them years.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, now ukra contractor valid. Me producer me be more bossa a particular video because it is a idea you try as much as possible, and for once I want the viewers to take out all emotions and let's deal with the issue. Undo Kwesi Arthur nchin ubia. And where we stand right now, we are in a drought season where artists, up and coming artists, new artists, is because some people have decided not to spend again.
Yeah.
So we should also look out for those people. It's what I interview, on the 5th of July 2018 on GH1 TV. And I say, I am not signed to a record label, but people associate me with Ground Up because that's my family. 5th of July 2018, and I can't say 5th July. This producer, the man, person the tusu. Now man phone. Meanwhile, you had a valid contract during that period. A valid contract, and you knew because you signed it. So then the Bema
you don't work with them anymore.
Like you don't own sign you.
Yeah, that I was thinking about it that
way.
way.
Or contradicting or so unsigned that. I say I'm not signed to a record label.
Not signed. One can say I'm no more signed though. I am not.
I am not signed. Okay. There's another one. Onwakasa shooting himself in the foot again when he was was it just leave me to put out music, and the other one says I leave my contract, and I'm going to read series of emails where he contests the ownership of Son of Jacob project. But Osaba Abontin Ebeka said, say, I lived up to my contract. I did the time. Even after it was over, I decided to work with you on Son of Jacob in good faith. I carried ground up Charlie on my back. Meanwhile, there's a series of emails where he's contesting, says Son of Jacob crown and ground up for there. How?
He's confused. So he keeps contradicting himself.
I don't get it.
I think
now I am worried about Kwesi Arthur, not because of this legal case, but I'm worried for, like, as in personal, in the well-being, I am worried. Because in this day and age where among to make people evidence, you do not do some of these things like.
Yeah, and there might be on the net, no.
And I don't get it.
There was I don't know where I saw the comments. They were like, it was on a space. Obviously, I didn't email normal person on the frequency to have a conversation. I know I need a phone call, and I was like, bro, record labels and businesses.
We
deal
need written,
with emails.
Written agreements.
I don't know. Glenn
there be no say what tap is now any picture.
It was on the space on X.
The picture now the picture looks like the comments.
Was maybe empty be fans ni be small boys ni be omo way na slim you are a hater if always hated Kwesi Arthur. Now Ghana when obi asema ye hitino opa ochnama friend say sakode asema sakode fans we hater we asema na tell na time bibia we biase obi
you are a hater.
How is
as long as uncle move favor there.
One thing he also said in the write up about say on receive a dime. Now when it came out say we receive bibi now people were saying say the contract even people were saying it's 10 years. No, to what? It is not 10 years. Contract wise, he signed in 2017 to 2021 and renewable from 2021 to 2023. 2022 after Son of Jacob no jai no koye 1 year 1 year ne kan 1 year. He did not work with them. He left. He did not promote any song on a year Son of Jacob. He did not. Because he didn't. Lawyer never have a kind. I think
it was just 2 interviews,
they've been lenient with him because what breach contract? When you sign a contract, now say time nundu ye. Now you just walk off. I have every right to miss you, but they have been quiet. Omu momo ankasa. Now say momo assist never bonting. Eden Semba Betu said as if said they are after your life. They are after like one person picture kura ucha wo Facebook cramp won't be fan to wa. Na ode because as I say me okay yeah. One thing I am make sure about your friend is famous people. If somebody is famous, if they are celebrity, they obe can be ano. Obi tie chire. One sure ono kura be acting upon it. Obi bet me Glenn Africa bonity. Because sign here okay.
What motivate you?
Because who tete me artist my sister and the mental health is at say. Not just say Kwesi Arthur you want to me and fambe ya complain na say Glenn na share chire. Ti me share wa na me the bibi boat trimu a.
Emmanuel JB also bro these are just email threats. Can we see payments made? How? Exactly. Then again. It's a payment thread. Extra conversation between two people. Bako say, Pacho acknowledge some senduska. Na bako na ba beka say I am a receiver. Or say onye anu ni opeso who say eyampa. No problem. No problem. In this case, that means say ground up a can try to Kwesi so. Kwesi now has every right to sue them.
Yes.
So why is Kwesi not suing? Why is Kwesi not suing?
I feel so beat it. We feel so be how. Na se sa nipa kono wasem wo mu wasem ye da.
In a threat.
Why
threat of physical harm. Na Kwesi Arthur wote ho.
I'm here threat. Aje shadow nyina every
week. You work for over 7.
This ya wonam we nyina woni shadow. We shadow nyina kola ye yi dia. Ghana abia.
A typical example enso na ekoso between Malcolm Nuna and the management. Now Malcolm's story, you know, very simple and dicey. Malcolm.
A fresh guy,
Charlie, this guy. No, even before Benzo, see, I got introduced to this guy by Yalfred Paul. But Guy Wayne, I mean, he used to sing. Even before this Benzo, this man. If you know Malcolm from the days of Shasia, you know that this guy has talent. At that time, I was comparing him to Kiddy.
Oh, okay. What did to Kiddy level? She said, "You didn't be kidney." Being every Kiddy, I call kidney.
Malcolm.
Yeah,
Charlie, it hurts me.
So Malcolm case, you know, Nelson at Discovano, Abungo Discovano at the age of 17, now brought in at 17, and you know legally, on to me, and take a decision at 17. So there was a guardian, a year. Near auntie we are not consulting. I think mother and father was a UK.
Yeah, I'm now UK.
Auntie near auntie we no hasi. So that time no SS. Na a brand here no a poppy off no. Na omo ye adwuma. Guardian and na ne sasha se. But na untimi and signing no away.
Yeah.
You get it. Intino akoye say yeah adwuma. Bibi bamwa na Guardian na yede aba until 18 and on years and ye betina se. And this is I think around 2019 thereabouts. A brand here D 18 because na a year Lisa and they introduce you a year Malcolm to Abongo. And who say a brand we make sure same it in a year juma. More year juma brand year the 18. Now what the 18 and that time na Benzo or my year machine man I year or 10 remix any other tracks via my Benzo no so about a boom I think in 2022 as I say. A brand here no papa by Chama yeah baby manager ba.
That's the truth, bro.
That was the truth.
No cap.
I'm a branch and about bedroom level we no. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I be manager.
Seriously?
Oh yes.
Asem no.
Oh, it's just asem.
That's the case of my
baby. Asem na ni.
After manager na boka.
I
invested the kid.
Yeah.
Ama wa bedu baby a wadu no. Edu time a bia ye betena senka aka na nka ono nso ate ne kakakra no. Ejane ne na no.
Amo say
sisi ya omo ye managers.
Yes.
Managing director.
To shock you, this was at the peak of his.
This was at the peak. That time no Benzo
na drop him Manchester Nyasem
ketwa. And I'm going to shock you by playing the remix of that song that never got out. There's a remix to Benzo.
Exclusive, baby.
MPA. And I have a friend, lawyer, Onisios online, so I'm a son and I will boss because, and then seven.
Malcolm, mobile.
Hey,
maybe bought exclusive. Amamu says,
last year releasing a nyompo.
Oh, me buy me.
Malcolm, mobile manager.
Samini.
He had Samini remix. What you got you?
Fuck it.
What's my mobile? said, but a follow-up song to that would have been Malcolm and Wendy Shea. Any? Tell him my brother. Oh. And you wait the entire bit my bonus will be any. Tell me to my bones will be any. Now, new be any be as a result of say a branch, you know. Decided so family decided say managing. All that time the manager was working. Manager was working to get him collaboration, to get him on shows, to get him on big platforms for elevation. From 2022, I was your phone be soon. So what is what releasing you?
He Ghetto Gospel. That was last year. I had a conversation. I had an interview with him. That's the only song I mean him saying.
And I send mommy. Good morning, fam. I just my first single of the year. Can you sing Ghetto Gospel?
Yeah,
this
Ghetto
was
Gospel.
18th March 2025.
Yeah.
Is that a gospel song?
No. It's listening to the song. It's Charlie. I said no. I'm Yama. Me makeup.
A bit try to see.
Charlie, bro, you see,
now,
Malcolm.
At the age of 18, couldn't he have taken a stance?
Bro, go ahead and take a stance. No.
Share information and I'm a crowd, my dear mamma. Now, when they dropped Benzo, all along, time Abrantiano, Malcolm picking Yinano, they kept him, they kept pouring money in him. And this, according to a year management, they did so much that even some platforms, they had to find ways and means to get him on. Even if it means paying for the boy to be on stage, they would pay. Why would they do that? Because I'm pay elevation, I'm pay Yama boy. Ebusuafo no ebe so ni mu. Production mon check sound on my na one for can sound on us. Ebusuafo ni be so ni mu no. Say e kwasa 4 years ni me boa.
Yeah.
Akosi say.
Hey bro, that guy had potential, bro.
Akosi say 4 years ni. Akosi say 4 years ni.
Because when you think about
it, so I granted him an interview, but that interview, surprisingly, no, on one of frame bookie interview, no, and usually, and you know, and no be frame.
Same thing happened.
But then I took it like already, men and rapport, we're chatting like almost every day, into no abia and untia. So after the interview, no, I was on my way home. And no be friend me. And nipa ni bisa say like somebody in the industry. And nipa ni bisa say Malcolm interview no when enemy bookie. Na me see o ono ana meneno e bookie. And I was like, Oka am na me say aden asem wo hɔ ana. And no say nsem pii. And I'm saying e bomi mu. And no hwie ni nyina e go hono. Afei na me gina phone ne so. This is somebody we all knew had a future in the industry. This is somebody who had some of the best people working with him. And industry, you on several occasions where an artist is signed to a label and then suddenly they will say, yeah, no one thinking say they can handle themselves. But then that will be the end of them. So I felt sad. I felt so sad because I knew and I believed the boy had a future.
Okay. I just went on my phone and I share the former manager chat. I think around the same time, my friend I'm catching, I sent him a message. I was like, can we have Malcolm for a conversation? The only thing he said was, I don't work with Malcolm again.
Oh, sir.
Yeah. And even with the interview I had with him around March last year, that's 2025, it was Desi. Metro TV, Desi. And a friend of catch and say, Charlie and Malcolm, they come back into the game, XYZ. And the relationship between myself and Desi, and I was like, oh, and Malcolm, so I fuck with him, like, my interview like 3-4 times. And I'm saying my name, bro. And amazingly enough, Malcolm doesn't usually walk alone. But by there was just one other guy who I don't know.
There's a team, that's
on a normal or bar, at least there's a familiar face, an industry person that I can point and say, oh, ABR, win. But, bro, your Malcolm's issue there.
Oh, say, like, bro. Say, I will be back away from sometimes, no, yeah, be my excuse me to say why you were. It don't be a young question. You found more burn.
No, but what the fuck did the family think that it's easy?
Because I saw who from afar now near my cause we be a fame kakra banny at the idea no. Feel say a falla, a easy. Until where they are, na say we put there. Obi hunu kura to me manage na ya ba. Ade ya me ba na no an say. Maka say ka ha say ade anyum yo no an to. Aha.
Me wo na ma follow me wo Instagram. Or follow me on Instagram say but we follow each other already. So how come a different Malcolm Nuna account is following me?
Okay, and then I can maybe training in them, but it seems the
Instagram name of the Majwa. No, YouTube DJ.
Yeah, small challenges with your sound, you know. Now, we want to solve it before we proceed. And kindly bear with us as we try to fix it. Production, if you can just cut away for now and then let's get it done near Twaso. Kindly.
Yes, this kind of money piety. If you don't know the right people to move to, the right channels to pass, Masa, Uben Nemwa. Okay.
We are here.
I hope so. I hope so by now your sound a very clearer than before. Mr. Monfanche said oba aba online na obehwe na sound na isa na ya me hu say chef bunch wo UK o send him message say Jack ade na ekoso no onya ne ye
Nini njo
ai nti say there yesremo a Monfanche ye bonija ba bia wo bia wo receive signal na clear bra comment section ni na ma ye hu say clear and mo amunti na edi say adwuma we nti no sremo let me know in the comment section right now. Let me know say clear cause when me say for the culture there your body ane aba the woman was say kachiro na fi oto ho ase opa be ye adamfo wo penso aye tamfo ni nyina no ye mfa ho sei into comment section ho ma me hu benanko bia wo ba be kan skill 1 wo be kan ko ni wo be kan mu nyina ma me hu say mo nya no good sound we see it clear now. I think it's fine now. Yes, clear. Michelle Bra comment section or ma me hu say clear now yen twice because the same way no you be attacking again pa because your lawyer when issues ever be doing come see no so am hu from on so side chef bunch or say yes it's clear now let's go yen fire ekwamu da ho de any driver tia so na yen ko Mr. Pre lawyer to mama na mni ndi nkomo because there is a case of Malcolm Nuna ne Spotify account ne YouTube ne yes ne YouTube, iTunes, all the DSPs. There's been an addition to Adiano. Artist fufuro bi aba be kan nyom ne hu ai wo ho by the name DJ Ajwa. It's DJ Ajwa and Malcolm Nuna Benzo. DJ Ajwa, Malcolm Nuna, Machine Man.
Hey, DJ.
Yes.
Sure.
And there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Because me who you know, na me ntiase. Nti na wo se me ko ebo piano management ko busa say adey. Yes I say waje abrante no Instagram account. Waje ne Twitter.
Baby,
yes in social media. Ni nyina. There's a reason for that. But okay, my main start here. Instagram, because I have verified account in Intino. Nipa obi na manager obi ono ne operate. No see o, ye ja adwuma ye dia.
My dear mommy.
Enya for my dear mommy. Contact Instagram.
Yeah.
Na Instagram enye de en reset ade na enye de. Enfa ma oje nefa ko. Abrante ni today 20 minutes.
Oh, that's the case.
That's the case. That's the simple case.
Wow.
Just contact Instagram, then get the rights, get your Instagram and go.
And before say
no they logins ma
yes.
They should give him his logins back up.
The logins number, the logins no according to management, almost the logins number ma communal. Or no ankasa contact here because also oboshe man also contact your and then let them open this thing for you because we don't even use it. No.
And especially if it's verified.
If it's verified,
it should be easy for you, the owner.
Yeah.
It should be easy. But anyway, what they ever to us because nesem no edoso me ba be yi the cost breakdown of sika akowura ma komuna mu any sika e ba ye. In fact, there was a $45,000 beer. Now 1 RPM. Your imagine so much baby investing in a year benzo. And no nebusian for ne tey almost say that. Senyum no iska wo musa.
It's always
any fire akra my fire ba my.
It's always greed.
It's always about the money.
Fire
always greed.
Fire baby my na.
It's always about the money.
Okay. On the line, me ankasa me senior, me chairman. Council, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Na wako there.
Bibi awako council na also bibi awako outside.
Na me ado boko.
In fact, council na dey moka ya na manage ho power. Mpese me suya lo ibi.
DJ Slim Kawacho, brand name Okache.
was cancel. Oh, cancel. Oh, cancel. Yeah, cancel. Oh, come on. Senior. Senior patrol, and you may bow a share. Yeah. Me here, moi. Me here, move be brave because artist manager and sense them no. Asa sorry bien power my way moi. Just a nyade kitwa. Last week, you take Kwesi Arthur and ground up. This week, so me I'm on a mission to uncover the truth behind Makonuna and so and then the management, no. Now, me sure say we are privy to some of these conversations that are flying on social media. First and foremost, as some Kwesi partner work legally, man for especially with respect to artist management, as some say. What is the standard industry rate, and I say what is the best industry rate, and I say percentage ben near them artist are YNCC no, because a man for be cry foul say artist ni be contract no a year 60-40 and I say 50-50 the cry no a year CC Emma artist no. Me pacho who dealing with artists, Mr. Industry no SSA and I say industry practice and it's say.
DJ Limit all right, but for this, it's a very open conversation.
Yeah.
And what that I would say is maybe I'm back now because I say artists and then record label contract, no, a investment by an individual or another person with the hope said before. And the individual also when they say obi te baby cash one home. So or the no ben and if I can't get me in the I'm an talent mono a pay. Every acquire dino is based on your negotiation. Airport sales started bonko. And as also called a Yisua, the Chrome Bomaswa started bonko. So there are a lot of things that go into contract negotiation. DJ, imagine say what for $100,000 say an individual. It's highly risky. The investments are no return. So it is a contract based on negotiation by two parties. There's any industry practice for hope. All the ones that I've done, no, say or a fresh individual, obie nimneda, I build the brand no from a scratch to a level where the person will be marketable. Mostly the contract is a 5-year contract. And ordinarily, for all the ones that I've done, the first 2 years, more a promotion, investment, re-putting the money back into the artist through employing business development manager, promoter, a road manager, who put in the flags. First 2 years, you don't make any money. Now I'm saying that because of TikTok and that the wind surrounding it, but in terms of brand promotion, brand building, no, mostly is between 18 months to 24 months before it takes. Into all these things, mostly for a new contract, 60-40, 60 for the investor and 40 for the artist. So to keep to a level where we are renewing and I'm saying 50-50. But like I said, the angles of contracts, they are not also. Now say just the investor and then the artist make a case. Now there is a business development person who comes in. There are production that comes in. There are social media influencers that comes in. So it depends on the kind of contract I are drafting, and then it will advise us on the percentages. And a kind of contract, the time also here a fresh contract now. What young boy onim she would do take care about the cinema. There is a contract where Nipakono contract mudada and the old free mabao. So there may be some liability here when it's here or there back. And there is one that we join. The old contract and then the new label for no carbon say Amrado, all free a friend is a Mike Bennett no. Oko New Nation is a joint effort, a new nation name. Mike Bennett na Kabuma or they manage Amrado. Okay. The free contract back Moko back what say when Strongman was leaving
Mike Bennett.
Mike Bennett, no. He just left there completely and then joined Saxon. So the percentage wise, no, any black and white depends on the things that goes into this contract, the investment that you are doing, the promotional plan that you have put in place before you can advise on the kind of percentages that you want to do.
Okay, lawyer, Mami Busau, who said, ye didn't come last time, we were looking at the fine margins of the law and what it has to say about breach of contract and what needs to be done in a case like that. As with respect to artists, maybe artists decided say, "Oh, sorry, aqua, quite bang, I'll be to me so addressing." Na say Kwesi Arthur de no aqua copy mu say Abranti in a car 1 year and then a contract one say when we no sorry koye. Malcolm Luna de no different because we di 18 of legal age no bet my representing on and abusuan for say yen to asu biem. In a case in these two cases, so we investor, how do you move? How do you quite ben abefa so bet me anya wo investment in the back?
All right, so let's take it back, Aka. What I said was that one of the very first things that the law looked at, they say, Nipana all sign, does he have the legal capacity for us to be assigned? And Remono, so within me 18 years, your man of all kinds of contract.
Okay.
So 16 years with the parental consent, because they are art industry, the law allows us the parents and as a guardian, they can guide him as to letting them sign contracts which will be binding. If Malcolm did all kind of say at the time maybe I know 13 years, they said when did they also acquire traits in an army. Let's say what sign a later when the child becomes 18 years and I'm 16 at the time I would be and I say all things sign contract. Now the law doesn't even allow you to trade with a child who is below the age of 16 without parental consent and 18 years. Now, going back to breach of contract, a contract, there are termination clauses. All the contract, there are your rights and obligations, duties and responsibilities. Artists, no need the end say, obey tronium, obey conducting itself where the brand is kind of the mono and conquer. Or as a financier, so all the NSA one, we have to first define a project amount. Yeah, the 300,000 a the 500,000 a year. That 500,000, a Muslim a promotion, Muslim a welfare, Muslim a stipend, say revenue streams next year, my monthly allowance. Are you doing that? The banner said, "Oh yes, me as an artist, no. The law gives me the right to write to you and tell you that the contract now is signed. Now I was able to maybe I'm 10,000, 20,000. You could show bar revenue split me a 40, 60, 50, 50, 30, 70. If you are not giving me that, the law should provide, contract should provide a cure period. Cure period, then they say, who duty be a also way. One yes, our duty, no. May more time say, go and rectify those mistakes. So they are contract all the parties will strictly be following it. If you don't do that, then I can walk away by giving you the termination notice.
Okay.
And like I said, even before so the ones to be father to get it, the ready permanent. It was a 1-page contract plan. It was the So breach of contract is when there is a clear obligation on both parties. It was a any manager and also mamika. Because in the fact that this favor, it's not a favor, it's a contract that we sign. If that contract now you sign in say, oh, also the I write to you, explain and say, by the contract we signed, there are some obligations that you need to do. If you walk around and say, welfare fund, some kind of money that I need to do. But the one not the contract terminates here, then I am legally under obligation.
Okay.
Makes me I walk away from the contract that I signed.
Okay. Now, in the case of a year, Kwesi Arthur and the team, no, and the management, in the case of Blackwood, I may assure say no, so we follow Kakra, anyhow our case in Echo and Day. In some cases, we munina say be a artist, no, sorry, every a year contract no call, but manager no, a year ni be also ye be legally, or the also ye be no, obey me taking it on. Obey me take artist no one.
Of course he can. But since the contract not Bahon, no say Sheriff was under contract.
Yes.
But of course Nigeria buying not Okuta contract. And when my friend said equity held the vigilance, not the indolent. Na obebana ezo bi ampento but I mean, personal banana, so sorry, I mean, national case, sorry, dear. Then you are giving me the right to institute an action. You get it? And see, if I have an existing contract with an artist, not a new person, a signer, the law gives me so much right there. I can go to court to enforce the obligations and the interest and the right. I didn't make a say. For all the contracts that I advise, I am a determination clause, buyout clause, an amount to be 2 million investment was so to say. My bond hook about 100,000. Name of Willie's clause about 300,000, and I say 500,000. Whilst you are under contract, it will be a bonus of person or no, but it's a player. So what makes you say can be our found buyout clause. I can see that new person now about the sign and they say this is the existing contract between me and the artist now. So once you've taken that artist to another label without my consent, I'm taking that money from you and then the artist.
Okay. So lawyer, what in time also one who come a man for AD, especially with Kwesi DNA a man for wedding come up out.
Follow
but with general impression day.
I said but he is crying out loud over issues with innocent in terms of summary. 2017, you know what's my contract? During the course of the contract, I've made some investments. I've made some proportional investments into you. Art, music, and then anything that you do in my time. The contract that we signed, it belongs to the label, which he considered to that. I mean, clearly, I don't know whether he sought legal advice. Those things are very critical when you are negotiating a contract. Image, or corporate branding, and other things.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was anything in our total label. You can have some discussions with them. So, okay, even when I leave, I have like between 5 to 10 years to still use something which I'm in. But according to Junano, everything that they agreed, they say, whilst you are with me, anything that you do belongs to the label. Now you leave the label and then you want to use images that the investment was done by the label. They're not going to allow you because they say the new project now in our redemption. And I mean, clearly redemption, when they say, the free baby, they will help me. And now I'm redeeming myself. So I need to bring pictures, memories of the things that you used to see me do now into a bigger picture. But what the label is also saying is that, no, if the image was captured during your time with us under contract, if the image was captured and then we sponsored it, we produced it, once you leave, they just limit me and okay, now I'm free to watch it. They call Al Jazeera and you see the
pictures are Michano Street is watching now. Al Jazeera.
No, nobody's got up. It's any issue because Yamana said they say they own my image. They are not saying they own your image. What they are saying is that if we invested anything during your time with us, you have to start your own production or your own branding images. Don't use the things that you did well with them.
Inti uni se asem no na Kenya asem huhu bia se we den ke cool case.
Oh, we don't Kenya. Like I said, the time. I always advise people, all the aspects are many of my age. Once we are done with the contract, the amount says or 5 days. If you have any legal, independent legal and or custody. But most of the artists are in the same job. All the common lawyer and quite a kind of opinion also by the study. But I understand them to a level because most of the people feel on what's only in a movie that it is obvious about there or the ticket for the mafia or coin or law. And also later, I come back to bite us hard. All the hard work. Yes, a music catalog is the most prized, the most important asset of a music artist or young artist because a new one born in MPK, but 10 years after, I was free label. You are making waves, and then it's bringing all the millions of dollars of streams. If the contract sign, even after you leave, you are still entitled to some music. Oh, and I say a strong man they can say, no, somebody can say strong a couple free because I'm sure the contract will save portions for music that you did whilst you dance. Even when you leave, because they all contribute towards the making of the music, you are still entitled to a quota of the production or funds that comes out of the.
Lord, where the boy kakana for a year, omo hweye na nwumre ombeti ase one of the things a year ground up lawyer ekan was say the right to audit. Onu hu ni say the biggest and the most important part of a contract with an artist. Mebusawo, do you agree with that? And I said there are other elements music who are here equally as important, and in what order do they follow?
In terms of contract, there are so many things. Are we going for a deficit?
I'm saying, lawyer, me patrol, who bet my position ka kakra maya. I'm saying line e twetwa si kakra.
What do you mean, sir?
Me to nka bana say first ni twetwa si kakra.
So they make about contract my accounts no very important. There are so many things very important. Before I say you be define and say and then I am a classic how okay, maybe 1 million.
Yeah.
Any kind of 500 what is now.
Yeah, receive to me and your lawyer because this part I really want us to get that. Yeah, I want us to get the education out of it because contract and all sign areas being and there was a to
look out for
areas being pan was all here because ground up lawyer and say right to audit of which means so now me GAD because say utimi audit ko hwe nkrata no hu say sika yede mami eyampa efri nyumbe mu nyum ebia grande ye 1 million we so my 2 million out of that no sika say na spend ye meti mem accountant ahwem bi oti assess hanema no ono chemu that is the biggest writer and I said the biggest of all the things that you should look out for when you are looking for when you are signing the contract.
Slim, there's one thing I would love to say about Baby San to say. In a case where there's no buyout clause from a contract, what is the escape router?
Okay. You're saying a lawyer, I say. Counsel?
Yes, look.
Look.
If you didn't make kind of before every project starts, project amount I if we only say 1 million, 1 million, if after the 500, yeah, if we must see anything, what big room to set on the bed. So if you define it a day, so that's 500. Was it really spent? Later, about and we know that 500,000 now to be back calculate interest based on the amount of money invested in the craft. And see, the right to make accounts for both parties and even just for the artists. But the problem with most of the financiers, I won't call them labor.
You have just 1 minute remaining.
Usikasa production.
Usikasa. Modernity with 3-4.
Production Usikasa. Usikasa production buru nafi. And now muru. I want to try to see between your lawyer because I really want to understand that part well.
Slim, I kind of say, I say, may interview a couple of artists. And maybe some about if they know the inflows of cash that comes
as a result of
it. And the answer I always get is me trusting.
Lawyer.
Boy. Who the only lawyer can
Lawyer.
Yes, Liv.
Lawyer Fache.
So as I was saying, because artists the amount of money Yeah, they baby, you know, all of us need to know how we are spending on the project. Said that will be a train of one. Who say this is the amount of money that we spend. But the problem with most of the label, I won't call label because then I say an investor, but who is invested. Most of the fact, oh my whole boy, anymore. There's no contract. There's nothing. Material, 6 months. The chain of 500,000 is for. Meanwhile, there's nothing to, no invoicing, nothing. So on that, they say once there's a defined contract, we find how much we are spending on this whole project. Artists no for invoice and requesting for money. Show in the contract say, oh, Pisca, what they invoice the back within 3 or 5 days, we acknowledge receipt of it, and then between 14 days, we make the money available. So we know how much money both parties have spent in the course of it.
Okay.
So I'm going to yesterday. That be say snap name sheriff. But the number tena be fie. Or then the killer boy is very 12 the buy at the point my pamo be.
When I chama tia block on also.
It's not just about honestly because now cry and the understand autonomy deal. But once there's a contract that defines the project fund, and a project funds your part are allocated for promotion, your part are allocated for the welfare of the artist, your part are kind of say okay, and only the two artists maker and a revenue stream it depend a bit more say for now there's no money coming in the work. Obi anymore into a mousika be a 2,000 cities every month. So that be a pequena se was a cockabo show. And I said, oh yeah, any other thing, that's a statistic scare bar. Then we give you part of the percentages as well. If people say no, because you haven't brought any money for now, I can't give you any money until say you get it. So all of these conversations are things that needs to be had between the artists and the financier before even a CD is pumped into there.
Okay. So in a nutshell, there are so many parts of it and equally as important. You can't just say we over we supersede we and I say we switching we.
I say football team no. What do you mean? I say strike and the defense league. It's a whole unit that as a whole. Yeah, if we apply the terms and obligations of the parties, financier, what is your obligation? Sikase and also the BCM. Aside and no, if you are to employ business development manager, a promoter, marketer, any idea, are you doing those things? May artists no I also conduct myself in a way and my reputation and investment and go into the drain. So first of all, the term of the contract. How long are we doing this thing for? Are there any conditions to the term? A fixed term, and I say, you be the 3 weeks and sign the 2 now, so you best spend some money a week and sign the other cars or so. Now, beyond that, then we come to the obligations of the parties. All financial, what you want to say, may artist, what you want to say, may promoter, what you want to say. And then from there, no, our real cranny, already in an hour, general, you can't say you can't say separate way. How do we even separate ways? And after separate, is there any other thing that I pick from the label and then use it after? Or so everything. There are a lot of things that goes into it.
Lawyer, you have boss here, but there's one question Zil episode bisa. See in the case say buyout clause be any man, say termination clause be any more. How do you exit a contract like that?
Say contract also na say one for buyout clause be any more. And only the HS say anytime be either of the parties can walk away. You get it. One for term and say you're for 5 years. One say you're 2 years. One time for termination clause be and then it's not even a contract because every contract means those things. You need to know say but the mistake run for how long? 5 years, 2 years, 1 year. And I mostly say termination clause don't cry there. And only there say 1 year and so to say even when there's a termination clause, it's a K1A last minute. There was a termination clause. It was for a specific number of years, so 2 years or so 3 years old. After say a year, they needed to renew. And Ake was okay, let me just pump in money into the brand. Epikiwi and a sign contract. Epikiwi and a contract be anywhere. So then last week could just walk away because or no one sign contract. I want to do CK running.
Hey,
you get it.
A man for komu bupa o.
For like I said, there's an interest base. Maybe the end say, but who say Sikabi or more waiting me up amame on net talent. Investor and also the end say, well, who say BB woman so one or marketing and betting me at the returns. So if you don't put any paper on record, then a picky the person can just walk away.
Lawyer, that's it.
One last one.
What question?
One last one. Counsel, if the contract is for 5 years, you came with 3 years, but in the contracts, no, there's nothing like me person me free more or me amount $300,000 and now CDs. That one, BBR, there's nothing stated there like that. That one also, no. How do I exit that contract? Although time period no answering.
Okay, so if there's a definite term of a contract, say 5 years, there are more 3 years a year. Are you saying that there's no termination clause? And I said there's no contract sum placed on you.
There's no sum placed on the person.
If there's no sum placed on you, dear, then it means that but there's a termination clause that because mostly for the contract that we draft now, say if any of the parties want to leave, you have to first of all give the person 1 month notice, showing them the reason why you want to leave. Then based on the reasons why you want to leave, you give the person some time to rectify it. So when Timia rectified then you can go because there's clearly been a breach. You get it. So the termination clause in Lancashire will indicate a bit more than 3 months, a bit more 1 month, and a bit more say you can just notify them 2 weeks and then you leave.
Okay.
But mostly the conditions the woman says if there are any label property with you, if you owe them any money, you better not see your accounts, they also a balance and a balance and then everybody can leave.
Council, and then you may that's it. Yeah, that's it. I say wiki unyamra for studio kakra fi echi another power session bi master class ba ko biem near them up and coming for up and coming investors and up and coming artists nyina so because last time you see a man folk I said they're very very educational piece by near the moment.
Time number 1.
Mate, lawyer say na yenene boss we lawyer say a lawyer for a year Amrado or say a lawyer for Mandem your pick or signing artists baby it said the who say a pegu TV sui any baby I will be so kwakuma to you I kept on saying it last week Tuesday I say Kwesi will be fine.
Very fine.
Kwesi will be fine. There's nothing that I see say ebekoso but the meme forecast and say due to Niama or the 2 abontain and definitely the ground up no lawyer no sema or kind when you say a defamatory no me matana ha predicted say in the near future that is very close ground up is going to sue Kwesi Arthur.
Well, Slim, in that vein, me part Glenn Acho.
Oh, Panacho.
Me Panacho.
Wherever you are, don't listen.
Time I me catch a Ghana for say,
don't listen to this advice.
You will not be there.
Yes, say.
You will not be the Kobe in the Jollof. Let me say what I have to say. Glenn, ground up.
Glenn, don't listen.
Big homie flee. Yes, sir. We will render an apology, and now he will render an apology. Let's just settle this.
On behalf of
me,
I'm speaking
as
what?
As who?
Hey, I'm speaking
as you. On behalf of apologize.
Slim,
so apologize.
Yeah, no.
Apologize.
Apology them maso. On fan smile. Who apologize? We crebe. You want so channel Bible so no asan to it be.
Oh, the on cancer. But me
say for case yes o ye go fund me amano.
But see, but the moment me 1 minute spare. Me discover but like I'm begging Glenn, the whole ground up and everybody, Charlie. I think you guys should just settle it. And if Kwesi is also watching or listening, avail yourself. Now, only team names now. There is
a thread of email or my requested through ne papa say Kwesi mmra no mo ntena sen kasa.
So
I don't see Tenana Slimmer can this issue is simple. And what say Drew?
Someone
make later you sign can a lawyer no. A lot of artists who be someone. Do you know ebi alcohol show no boy no?
Do you know how much?
Do you know how much it was charged or you? Me team would say they won't lie to me.
Yeah.
And usually when they say that, or most of the time when they say that, the next question I am ain't you know, then I prove it to you. So the percentage you are receiving is the right percentage that you're supposed to get. Last week, Black Sheriff manager or Kasa, in Kameba pointy, I don't know what happened that me refi. Nam pese me busa question wo say he made mention say Black una na ya Uncle Bosho bi o sisika ni so nti ebi wo ha no ankasa ka kire ni so sika na eti say na say wa bought an amount that is bigger. So in this case na say one ma Black percentage
it will be higher than
the amount that he is actually supposed to get.
On no chiche
go no would be able to so na so or chicha Black is just like that.
One day next can no chiche. Dr. Shadrack, say anything no Shadrack Uzu.
It is time I was a artist.
So go no nya Glena. Can you be papa.
Slim, it is time I was say artist tiasie. Says a record label sign no on. Warranted amount. What talk amount. Or show where DM. What are shame. We interview, not the one I'm not do we say, nor do we say. It is not because yeah omofedodo. Neither is it to say subida. It is because they are investing in you. It is a business. Ghana, in fact, 99% of the time, people do not invest in ideas.
No.
People invest in potential. Why are they? No, there's a potential. Say, ye. That is what people invest in. Makoye nsui. Me ye nsuo ne baye no. Meni ni paneka sa yo tasting nsuo ne ade compared to other brands. Who say no?
Aqua blue.
Aqua blue. Woodie ye papa.
Aminumbi.
You offer in feature. Who say nkrofobia me ensa bi numbi. Nti who so market wo ho. Me discuss shemwa. Menyeska Aqua Blue. Very nice brand. You can say a difference me kwa kwotene nipa na nimaka so me pese me di nsuo bi ba o. Nsuo no se ne mpese me ye no won no ma strawberry flavor. And on what it carry. What is there? It is an idea. People don't invest in ideas. And most of the time people don't invest in ideas. And to record label no bibi wo mu wo hu say we good wo nyom to on we say nti ye de sika hyemu a ye benya mfaso wo mu record label ne nya wabusua pani record label ne nya wo papa
nya busua pani to park
record label ne nya wo maame na onya wo fa na waka say ye ka ne say wo fa wu on na ade enti no ne ye invest in you ni nyina you are entitled to it. No, it is business. And any single penny they will spend on you,
they need to recoup it.
And like I always say, there is absolutely nobody who gets into business to make losses. If you are not ready for our talent, no, fatwa pampanso, na fa kuchi makola na tong. So when you're ready, fatwa pampanso. Wucha enyomana ukwana ko record there. Still there are people who have CD players ewo mu fie. Twa CD. Fabigu pen drive so. Na fegu apampan so. Would be farm akola Kaswa market, Malata, Nima market, eho nyina ultimate de ko Ketia, Takrade market circle, Cape Coast Kotokraba, Fetching market ni nyina na ton. Ni ehu se eno record label bia enka ho. Wo boka wo awode like we said early on, record label be any honoma waboka yatisa artist abeka say me label no enyumo mu invest ye nyina no bo kanti label ni si yen cheka no na yentua e ka ba e label no e na efa already nankasa ni ye ni enough investors e we industry ni mu. There are a lot of events that has folded up because nipa no onya investor. There are a lot of artists who are equally good and omunya investors. Ma omunso omumu. Nti sa mo ma ye nyame aye madom na manya bia. Mo make sure as a contractor mo sign no atiase ye. Lawyers cry court na ye ma ruling and sometimes they take the document back to court for interpretation. Won't take contract na sia ko legal rep. Non chire wo mu ne hu ne awo sign ne. Emba mbe sign ne you contract in range jimu nioma obejije na wudi scan wi a now to 1 hour ra ho a womba mbe make allegations as if so obi tawo obi pewakum ya bre omo
baba
yenya wrap up enko kechi
so kakara me dey kan ho say the baba kanom na most of the time no when it comes to these things we only look at ebia artist ne contract ebia ya twrama na ye mia ne kon I think it's about time managers now say record label or whoever the other opponent is no omo contract no they should actually look at it very well because sometimes bia we feel say wo ye memuago say na be artist no so be ho be high no etomi bia it comes back and bites you in the behind because there ye kan ye ken nansem ye sisi nyinai as much as de bia ye bo your friend is saying artists the friend is saying managers or record labels nachi say bi omo ye say no me feel say omo nso ne niema bi wo ho no mo e wo say omo di share contract ni mo a ebe favor omo in times of abia legal battles ni ade na omo mfa nhihye to say there na lawyer yi ken me sign nyame ye wadom na there be nyame ampata wa blabo na obeto ma yi mu say me sign o as an artist me the beshem chese me ma one cdia I was a me ma wo te ase say if I'm investing 300 cedis in your friend say wo mu a until say was a back contract so until say me 300 cedis no mete ebi adwuma so na me de 300 ni ekokoye ya nka ebi amenya profit 100 bi aka ho uwi amasan enya 100 na aka ho no you and me we die there
we die together
ye be wu ho
Unim say contract
you are not going anywhere
Unim say contract bi wo ho a ebi aye for 4 years but for 4 years no be so no say omonti omoka kra na still e was so
nti me the beshem say 4 years national won't make a uba to aso kwapem say metemeka and it's 6 months now so de be bu adwumaden na matemeka and ya me contract o shey na say won san ya
mama kan message nim bi na yan hwese betimi address ansa na ya jump on to another story. I think in other stories there's been a TikTok live bia Penny Charles Niama Mensa Echo so and then he was documenting the relationship with Stonebwoy and how it seems he's been on a peace agenda lately. But Dr. Tony Brown say if they are able to send emails they send to Kwesi into the public, they should also share their audit reports to the public too. Why do you think that is not out there? Or they are just mocking the boys? Okay, so and no or the consent. No. Or when a consent and it's legit. So if by this Kwesi feels say you're milking her, why don't you go to court? Same way, enye because Ground Up only brought these emails out because you said that you've not received a dime since you started working with them. Yep. And they have proved by email that we have received £91,370. They made it public because you stepped down. And all other things they wanted to do with you in secret, including telling even Force whatever they are doing with you by monetizing the image and the motion graphics that they've sent them. But Mayen Dili Or say, "Memanin try impo. Let us deal and get the boy into the conversation so that we solve the issue." Simple. And he went on to deny. Also, first 2 emails, he did not even reply.
Yeah, the first.
They've sent you emails, say, "Bro, don't do this."
So I did a background check. They are Kwesi posted the very first promo material for the Redemption Valley. It was the very first day email no. The email no. Said they sent the email. So you could see said they were just having that conversation back door. Or drop here and the when you come even say, "Bro, that's not the material the guy is supposed to use at that particular time."
My main kind messages in the and then let me address them as we go on. Unfortunately, the DJ Adwa part and they will talk about it later. Because Eric Tosca, oh yes,
policeman.
Yeah, policeman.
Officer.
Officer. In a separate session. What are you watching? So I follow your content after Snap became involved, but it's clear now that many of your things you shared were inaccurate and misleading to the viewers. So you can actually just drop them. They are inaccurate and they are misleading because the Nipana Snap has some of the kind. It has been always the same. And it says Snap no you're wrong and then you wine beam now be or no our things you carry here you say no okay. So usi untie or no dia any wine beam
on your story.
Exactly. But when you are, especially what he said is that when you are dealing with artists, because it is almost always impossible for you to be heard. People don't want to hear the investor. Investor ni who in here. Debiano artist no. Forgetting that without the investor, the artist will not be there. And me one say fans ni believe so much adan na munjiji scam momun ko fa artist bi managing mo adan na mun try bi hwe
o do mun sponsor one video pe
one video mun twa one video ka fans me sane one be I want to see that happening. They will understand it and in a hard way. Yes boafo na na so mo mpanifo ka asem no kwa ho. Artists that you would never even look at him twice when he or she was coming up will blow you all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Because you've seen the brighter side of it. Star Beyonce share the brighter life. You've seen the brighter side. But all banana and
there. Back door Jumani nyina de. Say was a start to trust ade no so too.
Oh, you get.
And ka oba afufro na before na komu dompe no. No we twa. Now we have video.
How I came, how I left.
Dr. Tony Brown. What's up, baby? Or say that 94 was received by a third party, not Kwesi Slim. Please read the email again. Since it's a joint project, it's definitely a third party that received the payment and disbursed it to them. Oh, we're ready. Wafa. It's a lawyer and the other kind in she went. Hey, Dr. Tony Brown.
And a bit more Montiasi. We are in a dining theater.
Stoneboy can't ask him.
But in everyone in theater,
we are days. Make it a foolish case to suit.
Understanding.
Doc, I would at the opposite of Tiasia. Fire, a baby, okay, amount.
Oh, they're feeling free.
Feeling free in the usual because lawyer no knows the email no. Or no, at the end, the actual woman say, you have received 91, say. Oh, say, third party mom, hey, I say,
I don't know a third party, Nana.
I don't know a third party. Wow, unbelievable. Certainly, you can say, why is Kwesi even behaving as if he's not heard what's happening? Oh, Charlie. And it has always been my claim. Maybe the end say, Kwesi, if you believe, say, or management, Eddie Usika, if Kwame MP, if all these other artists, and mind you, most of these artists that were running on social media, do you know that, in fact, and I want to say this carefully, because Mimi Babusem say, we kasa, yes, we kasa. I say, whatever we've had with them was ABR on this project. ABR project we near my project we. But none of them were signed to ground up.
Yeah.
None of them. Kofi Mole was never signed to ground up.
MP
and Twitch, they were not signed to ground up. And so Omo Kasa but anyway, I'm trying now because I'm trying my possible best to get Glenn and ask him certain hard questions that are also on the socials. Because it's of concern. Until we see it in Busani. Anyway, young queer anyway. Na baby phone lines na to muntem. Young wrap up for a year. Charles Nyama Mensa and sense. I told you that this year no. Maybe the Shatawale content be anywhere. May your channel way so. Medicaka. Enti edu wa me patrol mofa.
One never.
Say Shatawale in there.
Me the shatter content there me and I me no. Medical atrim the enti.
So I'll just do a real quick one. Metieno, I think I've forgotten the Paco called in live. So there was a very first one. Of course, it was TikTok. It was a Beam platform, of course, on your Mokasa. And I think whatever they said over there, he said it went well with him, so he joined another one. And also Mokasa. The second one who brought about lots of conversations. I'm saying some of the people disrespected him. On one fans buifuno, and there's a third one, and cry Nra. And then Jocelyn Dumas said yes, Space B or Twitter, and also joining here. They had conversations, and one of the things we've heard Shatter talk about of late is backtracking on a Stoneboy history. On his Stoneboy history, how they started back in the days, how Stoneboy. One of the questions I asked myself is, why are you making it public like that? It's a minute Obi-Wasem, and I really want to solve it. I really want to make peace. I'll get to him. The fans are necessary, but make peace with the person. You should be able to get close to the person. Now in Akasan, whatever issue it is, you come to an amicable solution. Now family are better out there, rather than. So that's what I'm saying. Say, peace. No. Metal I say, but I want to tackle the issue as it is. Say, many baba issue. I don't need to come and sit here and have conversations with everybody, excluding Baba. More like.
Just say it, bro.
But my only message to Shatta would be, say,
I've been here and I've said it. Say, Shatta has main character. Shatta always wants to be the main character. That Ben as Stoneboy de Kasi ba.
I think it was last week.
Yeah, last week.
And that Ben as Shatta.
Oh, within that period now. No.
Into conversation, and son I wo Stoneboy so. What talk cars me and son. And ye cheap cars. Ye netiapo. Near nam kwanswa ehome. Conversation is about Stoneboy. I was a shut up per coin. No, didn't who share conversation in the movie. Yes, whatever he said may be valid. Say beer or share relationship, sometimes or why or you nipa. Bet me be a what fake Stoneboy. Ebia edu time you share some celebrations be some corner closer. In Kebia be inviting no swaba no majo.
Global ideas.
Yeah. And cafe no babe to susu e dia ko globally Kebia Stoneboy be kire no. How I mean can be say utu susu. Now
can be
you get it. Nti eno de me tiase. Shatta has missed the good times that he had with Stoneboy. However, I believe in accountability. I won't say I'm fighting for somebody, I'm fighting for somebody. Whatever you did, whatever is happening, you are entitled to it because that was the decision you made. Whatever decision or no Shatta take here, any on Stoneboy, abedu baby or moduno, he should be accountable for it. He should deal with it as it is. So pokey, okay, kaka say money trends. We take advantage of it, no. onkoso. We've been in this industry. We said it over and over again. Say yetimi staging tokwa between artists for the market, for the trends and all that. And so kukwemu no.
Okay.
No, me okay. You and Stoneboy could have done it like that. Man, yenesa. Enti any what's it? Walaka faba. Chronwe. Enti sa wafena okodati me hagu pillow. No sun kakra. Usuan isun so usu kakra na weni timi film. Na weni kum na wada.
I say clear you know konya.
Clear yin ti wo film na wada. Ne ye yin say wada anhwa na waso cast me nsa ne hoda ye. Eno nso no wo sori ahamache an watiem because wo mu say omo chele cast ne ho na woni ho bi nti enye hwe anya wa bibi besan bebom na ne wura fiwe me bom pa say next day you know stone ebeya nkonto chopper wetimi atokast me nsen abom next one ko ontimi nto chopper na eno nso no emma nightmares.
Okay.
Says he can't pay it.
Yes,
he can't pay it. Oh, when I watch that live, it reminds me of me uncle Timothy phobia di bonisa no baby. No start as what person ye. Osisa you never be say na be ya be kasi wo be wu kura obu heaven wo ye den won ko. Me ade na ya na ye.
Wo kra say.
Some make up. Make come my uncle assembly. Oh, yeah, well, I dare be who I hakra no Africa and as a Ghana hakra, then I the bata dear one. Emma Nipper who say, like, you know, Echio Manaimo, which is, let me say, it will be religion. Shatter, any stone boy, separation, or whatever misunderstanding that is between them is ordained by God. Nyame ene share ne sa. What God has put asunder.
Let no man
put together.
Dabi. Emfa. Let the thing be asunder. Ye wo nipa bi wo ho no mu say who start abrabo na dey in your life you feel say hey onipa we dey journey ya menini ko show the way near my corner feel say this one there for life. It's our life. But it gets to a point and Yankopon the biba. No, I bet Katisa Nipane Fiwabrabum, you will never understand. But when those people are in your life, they sit on your shine. You will never go anywhere. Because someone who say you are better, we are papa. Like as a who star near shine, like a more brighter into Ojaima and who climb back a crabia on. One shot. Obe wa man for any man, ne Enti no wo ben na se pass ye beti udin onye ensida. So there are some people God intentionally take out of your life.
Me sure
say na be ya wan kasa wo be fine wara wo path.
Won hu sa
Enti no baba meba Enti no I don't know what is going on in his life. Minim emotional journey preko all come right now. But there are certain threshold if you cross in a person's life.
You don't go back.
You can never go back.
You don't go back.
Adibu wo sister na mama nkwa lying. Adibu wo adi yo nyipa mo kona akuma ho ehu. Ami iya madeko na chede mpinfu wa abem no wa aba abaka. Oh na asen atu asim no was oh akwa di sa na ote. Na di prem
Edu suba mbon betire we busia.
Nche hu ma me che nti mo hwe ne se nzamba bi wo ho a edi yam no lupram na mo twem ho a mamma yo hu anoma kokone kokone man kwankwa hu no nsu no we tifi na mba na mfo mbemba bi se de abade na orekọdo wo mo kwa wo na rekọ hwetro oboro no wo wo mo maye nti bo yi wa atwe no hon papa ta baby na kan ahwe na wo ra ho a transformer wo ho kona kwa hagi bi
na esu kakra
nche hu ma mi
chire transformer ni kick wa we kick ye nyi
na dam yi ne de ye twam dam na peace no we can do it from afar if you like desist from talking about stone boy or saying anything but you to them well as saying nyama bi wa betumi aka afa no ho no problem. Ono so ebia he will stay. But say that closure you used to have with the person when you people were coming and the chest move back. Hey, Satanist don't boy didi. Plate to chrome. One day plate no.
Kechi.
One no.
Re fi say industry mu na ye wo.
Hey.
E na ba na mo a.
Boy.
Otam a peace price eso aye. E involve Kofi Aban. I almost say Stone Boy name. Stone Boy and Shatta. They have gone to smoke peace pipe. Enya honey ewo. Omo smoky pipe no Kwesi say.
Apai.
Pipe na
she. Apai yo. Sister pipe ni wusu one name ehu.
Ashe. Me sure said there was once a time where yempa bona ya ye boss erade se nipa bi wo mabra bomu a.
Oh.
Onye ma ne yifri mabra bomu no. Me sure so Stone Boy boss ampa ye ni.
Wa carton.
Shatta yeti ase. Ora ho. You miss him. And there are a lot of people around you. Me say when they are channel was it TV? TV. On Kumewood movies. Ebi wo ho comedy.
No TV na bania to me on YouTube. Street is watching.
Street is watching. Boy so TV shebi. Match there GTV for so TV license no boy nyet nko kutua. Na waka na hwebi ehwema etumo famida ehwema na afemada but Stone Boy pa de so Stone Boy na nkasa mpo da so na so ka do sisi ade Shatta mpada menye nkasa ihe nyina yibotu ye na esim ekwane bia ode ye yakomkyer na ye make sure that Stone Boy will not get close to you ayebeye bobra no mbo ne bra.
Okay. Ya weda mpanyufo na se o makasa me de menkabi.
What's a max?
No, I say maxi.
Menkabi.
White ninja.
This is not my real face.
Samurai, silent samurai. The menkabi misemwa. Yeah, moving on. We mi jama baba. Daddy Lumba.
Menkabi. Yeah, menkabi.
Content be oha. My vow say 2026.
One can be.
We am a day. Sanko for no. Dead Lumba sem eka ho. Shatta sem eka ho. 2026. In Kebi. Dead Lumba officially appears owu ye no. Records are ewo ho say why we no. You could wash a machine mu ya file ya
I'm filing.
I'm filing. Na eno be another chapter ewo That Lumba season 4 episode 2
and counting.
And no what it previously
on That
Lumba
after death.
Previously now if you abo eno be you 1 minute be
30 seconds 1 minute.
Ansana ya bo commercial no kiso for kiso na dark bar soup ansana ya baso.
Do they still have kiso?
Oh, kiso.
Tradition goes on. There's a father soup.
Yeah. Tradition here to us.
And a dark bar soup.
Sunlight.
Samana every free we say a red one, a guardian.
Yeah.
Sa guardian.
Na
guardian who did you real?
Oh, Obi brand. Obi brand.
But I say
that's
who's
testimony normal.
Okay. Asama na meka. Aisa kwa na no throw signboard. Na na bokru yi e no mbeche no. But asama na okay say. Na na bokru yi ho ban.
Omama na wi.
Omama na mba.
The car guardian na. Guardian no any red one. Sa red one no medicine for so will.
Yeah.
But your red one be that yin so any din.
Nine.
Omo red one be. And also to say guardian dey share the box.
Yeah.
Red one be o any din. Omo copy guardian no. Na no pa to be federal.
Are when experience
was I know anything. Anything.
How was the experience?
Oh, hey, na me fa me.
We are going to personal.
Me fa me ho koye yi da. Obi a wa wo hwe bia to red one bi. Na hwade. Say we okay a friend na ka chere say we okay. We are say ehu pa. Previously on Dad Lumba season 4 episode 2. Baba me jemu ma. Lumba died interstate. As it stands now per record will be anyhow. And you are planning to park and so be catch say Lumba we muna kire say on kata na nim to say the akata manim ya bia. Yeah. You are planning to park na be kai. Say abase will be anyhow.
I want to believe that Sasemna it was happening to park a car, it was an instruction and not a will. So obi ho so I instruct so me wu ayensie me say. Me wu amensie me say and no nye will. It's an instruction.
Okay.
What I say.
But when hu na asem ka.
When hu na asem ka.
Okay.
Before me bibi my attention will be so but before me ye yin person busa say Papa she ya we so was saying ye bio man na nti was so kona okohwe na or starting preparations no.
Vuvu bi ma say.
Sir Lumba wo fa se ba ko. Anti-fostiba.
Oh.
The second born. Efri. Na se se nyana ye nim say Papa she is related to Daddy Lumba by photo. Na se Lumba wo fa se ewu a na che say Papa she wo fa se. And out of form
by photo. I will fast by photo.
And so fast by photo. Into hand was so corner. Almost a year na omototo.
Or quasi bush opinion ade.
Related by photo. Na omototo. So if Daddy Lumba inja will truly. And yemi one. The reason being that what kai sa letter na Baba Jamal and associate a trauma akusia say wa I ko fa sa letter no mutro wo mu says ye ma oba yi na si bi kra na ye na ya yo favor no that letter no number 5 no almost say in respect of the properties of the late Daddy Lumba we wish to state that all his properties forms part of his estate, which the family, together with the children of the late Daddy Lumba and their mothers, shall work together to ensure fair distribution to all who are entitled to benefit. Until then, let all persons stay away from the properties till it is properly and legally dealt with. And it's our first part. Actually said they are going to work together. Na baby, I was say biya kon. A biya ko. Until when a man first hint.
Say there's a possibility.
There's a possibility. Because in yes anke be say Daddy Lumba wija in samansie. Until merswa. Yebe kind.
Sen commit my direct home.
But when I yes I brofo and no matro no. And he said if court document by I trust to say no record no. If it is an original document, no nye fake. Let's just say Ampampa and Daddy Lumba did not leave a will. I'm saying say your original no nye fake because somewhere last 2 weeks, there was a court document a better abonting. You share and some few minutes later, no more the fake. Abeboso. But now you announce you who say document a your original, but near the fake abeboso. Until when they say your original name you fake dear. Nature said Daddy Lumba a will. Now said Daddy Lumba any wella. Then they are going to fall on a PNDC law. 111. PNDC law 111. So let me give a little interpretation of the 50% na mami akusia say wa file for no. So pe 50% no. Now say mami akusia say wa file say 50% based on grounds say on that lumba na year properties ni bo there has to be a proof. Say in it here. Inti no. Say if there is proof some pampa on na year, you bet ono ne de na to nchen.
Okay.
Me no why properties. Wo ni ho, ye becha wo de no. Inti yengi me de ni mfrim. Na afa wo de na aka no, na ya che. However, say if there is no proof, na ba na say properties ni nyina solely belongs to Daddy Lumba. Mami Akosia Sewa does not have legal rights.
Okay.
To ask for 50%.
Okay.
She can only ask for 50% if only Daddy Lumba and Kwale
okay.
Daddy Lumba ni babia wo babia. But say Daddy Lumba won may. In fact, the major part of the properties no ebeko amanema. What I know and understand is, and a lawyer for Amutie no, I can make a mistake, I'm correct me. There is a percentage, so property no, no. There is one portion, and then there is BB to say surplus. I say a diner, nipa na we wunu ne dine, ne neoma, ne cars, ne entire, ne personal effects ne ade no. E call directly a year no free the bunch ni mo. E me no ne call directly to ne yere ne ma. So in this case, no, Akosia Sewa, Odobroni, and Nkola 11 ni nyina. A common.
Okay.
They have to share it.
Okay.
Into your movie, neaka we chirino. There is a term for it, but mekan is a surplus. Neaka we chirino. And no na fe no. 50, a little over 50%, I think 52 or 53% of neaka we chirino caught for nemano. Nemano sono. Obia benya percentage inti yanfa ne say nkora 9 no obia enya 5% of sa 50% na odobroni ma no first one benya 5%, second one benya 5%, third one benya 5%. 555 sana ni owo UK no e benya 5%, ni owo Canada benya 5%, na Akosia say one man nso enya 5%.
Nti owo single ones bi nso wo Canada ni UK.
Can say lawyer no. And your friends lady BBBB. No ye lawyer no ni UK die no.
Oh, okay. Nti owo sa nti man anka so ne omo ye 4.
Man ye 4.
Oh, okay.
UK back Canada die na we ntimi ambe yi no. The
now
guy know what Canada now.
I'm just saying 2 people.
No, they are 11.
No, not the kids. I'm talking about the women.
The women are 4.
4. 1, 2,
but
3, 4.
The other 2, like they are not part of say.
Let's moments of silence for Lumba.
Lumba is the greatest.
Yeah, bro.
He's the greatest.
Yeah,
the greatest man.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to that Lumba.
Hey, Lumba pet.
That Lumba.
Lumba penny knocks.
No, Lumba pet. No, the of your account.
And then a percentage goes to the wives, you know. I think 18% or so goes to the wives, you know. And so a percentage will go to a Lumba bushia 4. You get it? A percentage be called enti mrane beto nebo
achiche.
That's where everybody will get like just 3% of
the
property.
Even your t-shirt.
Even your t-shirt. Same thing na obi wona ye bie na there so obi timinya kabane slet. Because I see a channing kakra. But in this case no, Lumba at least who saw substantial properties be near there. But the list of properties are was it last week or the last 2 weeks? A better abontino. I was surprised to say Germany dining and list yan count. Say I saw mortgage.
Okay.
And only yan list yan count. Ghana happy properties and they work a count.
Okay.
Ntinka sending in ano. Sending in ano. So that Lumba didn't want crata so I was say bim. Because he owns a portion of it. Nti was say na yere no. Omo me to say from the beginning of this whole thing, I have advised say Bushiano, omonka omuhumbu.
No madie we simple.
No madie we simple. The letter of administration na Mami Akosia Sewa eco file no. Now it wasn't going to be possible because Emrano say yerenom no eyemienu. Yen fam ma baako.
Okay.
Into where there has to be peace between yerenom mienu no.
In order to make this thing
smooth. In order to make a neoma go smoothly. And yes, our court Mubekwa. Mubekwa court na kwa. You kofia or free moonray. People have already started speculating. Me eya neoma menti asie na minjindi no. Eya na memfa madwene nkoho. But people were speculating say Daddy Lumba Samai. And I bet to Safre Kofi no. So nkoyina no. Because almost say say Kofi's fighting on the side of Akosia Sewa was because na or say ope properties nibi.
Hey.
Aha, nti sana nkrofo sie. Eyi enra yesen eyi nsama nkomo se bibi ne honhom akɔhye obi mu. Ne honhom no kɔhye nipa ni mu na I had a problem because I had questions. Se nipa ewu na se nipa na wewu ne honhom abɛhye obi mu. No kasa. Mumbusa na de okun ne. Why ne kun? Then ebia na meti pa me na me wuye. Ebia na say. But omo didu yabo asoma. Samai no. Se nipa okun no. Ne ho na ho. But nka busa ne yenyi no ma.
Wait, I'm confused here. Se nipa ko na wewu no.
Ne Samai akɔhye.
Omo se ne Samai akɔhye obi mu.
Na nipa ko na
That's that number series in baby Andrew there.
Serious. You do India for way no.
Hey.
Samai na kɔhye obi mu. Emas Samai na ehye nipa ni mu no kra frɛ boy na yere. So ni din kra. Chese na enya asem ketwa kra.
You doing
Yeah,
a
you
lot,
actually
bro.
know says samam come no it exists, right?
And na me si me hu bi da.
Sir.
Me mebu
Samanfre.
No,
No, Samam come.
Your friend is
Me
samam
mebu
come. It exists
actually.
actually.
Ye ma ne Samai
The samam
ko
kosi obi so but e ade wo ho.
I've heard of Samanfre and
Yes.
even in the Bible it exists. I think it says Samuel.
That one
Samuel,
is
yeah.
necromancy.
Yes.
Right.
Omo
And
frɛ
then I will
Samuel.
fresh Samuel.
Omo frɛ Samuel
When you
to
was
ask.
samam come so.
We no mo se Samai na besi obi.
Into where they want friend no one buy.
One na ba.
besi.
Aha, nti next time no so san ba bi o ma mumbusa no. Mumbusa ne so obi na kun na. But
Wow.
I remember I was around 11 years when I asked my mother, say, Aden obi ewu a they blame somebody. Can't people die? And yes, people have long lives, people have short lives. Nti obi wu a obi timi wu. But then again, going back to this issue, we are in for a very long court battle.
Especially when it comes to property sharing.
Especially when it comes to property sharing. We are in for a very long battle. And I have said, in some market they have all started playing out. I have sat here and I've said on countless occasions, a lot of the people fighting online, they are fighting because of Munya Muska. They are fighting because of call live at These people are using international accounts. They are not using Ghanaian accounts.
Send me check.
Send me
Mama space.
And on Danche,
Mama Lion.
Mama Lion, Mama Lion, I'm Fankoda. Mama Lion, I'm Fankoda. And on Danche, their pages are monetized because they are outside Ghana. Ghana hanum their TikTok pages na enya monetized. Into they are getting money out of it. It has gotten to a point where people are actually calling some of them out to say, "Eye, munchaso."
Wrap it up.
Eye, munchaso. Nanko obi ebusue masema emfa wo ho. Obi ebusue eyi ejapade yi so mo twe court nsem ni nyina awie na omo chewi aslam me ne wi. Ye be frey kan che say eyi Lumba company nsuo yi kra ye mbeje one bag kra na yete wa ya no. Yenka ho.
Ensu kwa brani akasa man country.
Oh, enkrofo akasa ko ho ntokwa. Now enuane nkasa en meka enuane nkasa anya Lumba abusua mu o.
Obi nuane nkasa
because
of Lumba asem.
Obi ne maame nkasa because of Lumba asem. Na asem no efa wo ho okwan ben so. Efa wo ho e wo kwan ben so. Those of us who stood on the side of the law from the beginning, we knew where it was going. Because asam na nyama asam na akogina nifa na asam akogina benkum. Nti media ne se metena mfimfi na mahwese asam ise na ekoi ebekosi mra ne sesen. No wakọ akọhwe na mra no asan aka. Se yampa say ye hunhum wiase de minim say hunhum wiase ye di asem enti say e frɛ wakɔ akɔdi asem hunhum wiase de ne ewu na wu wakɔ akɔyi hu ano owu nso wo ewu nye Yesu Kristo na wu ne yesie wu a wasan asɔre enti say ne omogye hunhum nsɛm ne di na omogye san nsɛm ne di a ene omungina yie because say ye be frɛfrɛ mo mako munko yi ma no because the allegations has been a lot we can we na we ya can we release we na we release we any time
Baba Jina was saying be phone lines into 054-636-2359. That is 054-636-2359 phone lines no ya be atum enanwumre. Wait my friend normal line and also with my friend WhatsApp 054-636-2359 059-636-2359. Phone lines are active as we wrap up today on the show and production and an 36 Mike and so I have of course Melo and so our building nim den when penny for more share say and you bet me ako online abibia so ayekama ede amaye no omono no me gina number ni so biem 054-636-2359 and some I discuss you know right now they met me because you're free the free stories I mean person make stories na me person make ho asem no me free nti see meet my mami sisu biem 054-636-2359. You can call on regular and ask you to me afre on a year WhatsApp. Yeah, wrap you up and no. Obi wa yankwe. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, what's up?
Chama bibi aboko.
Dami adomo.
Your friend say na kasa free.
But your friend me. Ni adote mi kasa free dance over.
Ni adote from Dansoman.
That's all.
Ni yetiu.
I'm put there person me come big crowd about Stone Boy.
Yetie.
Any day say for now it's around 2026. Me pipe on your say money focus on college money some more. The aka we chiri nyina de obongu. E mo me pipe on nyina say show no kwa water region no be successful.
Amen.
Because I feel with 2026 me bomb I say more fire baby cause me that was
Okay. Yes, yeah, that's CP. Phone lines are still now age 054-636-2359 054-636-2359 Facebook and YouTube for no be able to my friend WhatsApp with my friend yeah abuchi for na yana ya ni omu di juma no nse na say na ba ko be friend no ba be you be like set no be your line mbo no I will ever ye catch like I was set so
Eka aba no
me wo evidence of a year $45,000 at 1 RPM ayo madwin say omode ba be share a year benzo project nim for Malcolm Nuna na sa evidence no am say minya Eric Tosca will get on to it but hello
yeah me say me question no so
I will show no so ye nin ko kasa na bibia di
boko na ade na ade akato enim no wan kan bi kra na wa makwan ma ya po mi nipa ni blow ntimi nyi wo fi
me dia me kan wo omo aron ti hu em ti na me share we no Debbie,
I like the
now
discussion
especially
on production nene artists na omuntimi no omunya adwuma yi no I feel say the side time I'm mobile organize a workshop for these musicians on some of these items.
They will come. Do you know how many workshops we've done?
I like the show. Keep it running.
Thank you.
For the
Thank you, boss.
every day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also, yeah, printing handouts in front of mom.
Debio na Grammy CEO kra ba ise mu ma metie kwan a o ma mfi.
Media people nkwan ne kogu o.
Ai. Ye na ade remfa ye hu no.
Ye ne kogu o.
Ye koyo. Na artist na form no man ko. Misel. Mentre baby. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Chairman Efro say.
Your friend DJ Morris because we're free Germany.
Germany for Bibi Aboko.
Oh, Boko. We were there. My emotion na me bo my brother say, oh, we dey more yadi. Na time na se mo chiba echika kana ejana. It's me. Actually, this is so ya kwa juma how much? It's ya kubo 12.
Think you entry kwa chika.
Mo fama na intimation feel.
Nka be time ben sa.
Mo sha se be 7 more. Thank you to me should be
e be Ghana time 7 no.
Aka 4 hours na be kwa juma.
Oh, kafra. E be ba Germany wo unim ba bia luma fie no wo.
Yes, so Cologne side wo miss me wo friends and Düsseldorf.
Düsseldorf, okay. Em say yes, I must start so much properties na. You be from no akọchire fie no so.
Fie ho no.
Never show matter.
I feel this here person can need to tell me no me san dey che mama for. Yeah, that's it Germany for. Shankamo na Hamburg for Cologne Düsseldorf for no. Brother Dennis, Abigail, Manfred, Chacha Munyina. Hello, good evening.
Father.
Chama Bibi Aboko.
Yeah, me ado.
Nice one for saying akasa free.
Medium person me come asem kaka. Feel say e be up so ya another Victoria na because information I be mu ye nim no ase why diplomatic when it comes to Malcolm and some as one person will be because boy now say we didn't want to be
I would try
the family kahuntina
me who say as a person we diplomatic I want to side kakra but senior down canon we have to think about investors
exactly facha me say bia said now we expect to say bia me kono no man kono sa facha me because the other part who say make nyina no say na mre ni ntino na o say ekofon no so ne lawyer enso kodi nkomo ntina menti me enwura Malcolm bien but me separate editorial on Malcolm ankasa it just be on the lookout for that why
because some of you no mo sha say no na yen wo school ama e wie na ye say new media still amugine mu itimu no oku information you see enti mo kasasa na nkola ne gina Twitter for eye de ya na me yeze nkola no mo mfin so sa
one day eno de un say da bia no credit e bedi nkunim nti no nkra ne de omo didi obi atemu nti no se mema na nya we ya so me obi didi matem na akufo arukra nkra bia nkudi na temama later mabuzu afama pa ajo president go di na tem na me de udi matem
no de
to the kwakuma to ye me de information nyina beba Malcolm de no if possible me de ono agasa so ebeba studio as you be yi ano because we say 4 years near after leaving the record label and you crowd promotion music video ba kukuro ntimi ntwa yo
minim say unim say e true ono no kra madam fu bia na nka say yes sign no because of ono no behavior ntimi antane pa
okay you be ram ye pa don't worry you be ram more fire me that say so say ade no papa ese obeba be ye adwuma no ya de ama papa so onye 4 years ni music video kro ntimi ntwa one kra ntimi ntwa na obi ba edi ni sika aba be ya de eno na ya na me ya say Ghanaians are failing to see the bigger picture.
That's the thing.
We are failing to see the bigger picture, especially fans ne ayama abroso you guys should just wrap it up and move on. There be mo the investor no and a wrong. Investor is cheating somebody.
Their favorite is never wrong.
Yes, this person is cheating way. There be mo can black buy. Oh, the investor he wasn't even a manager. He was an investor. And I feel he could call court in the say no a manager. and on one they didn't see as I shame or manager/investors account. Now say was amount 20 was amount 80% of which a Malcolm contract is 60-40. Kwesi the initially 60-40 and answer about 50-50. Meaning there's no contract for an upcoming artist to get 80%. But he has been disrespected, he's been insulted online for over 4 years. All because he wanted to help. And do you think somebody like that will still have the heart to meet another business person and now be a war iska and iska one in semaka chance ja brabe business we be na kama. Same way be a to be to watch we be to catch wa dan say oh watch we kama ya to be. That is how investors behave. They can tell you say bro Charlie forget me say me enko nsuo business na nemu ede. Sa na mo ka ho asem. So if you don't see investors coming into our business, just know that now what was CCA as a fund, you've contributed to it. Because when the time was right, you decided not to listen to anybody than the artist. And you were on top of it, you were abusing the investor. Glenn, our business for you by posting his image. And telling the whole world that he has the tendency, he has a violent way. Say, don't you think they're affecting the other businesses?
They're affecting the other business. And
all he did was work with you and pay you accordingly. Because contracting the how it is getting. Or no year, you might PSS getting in Nama or discuss you abra. Even no papa no mommy at one. None of them decided to do that. Didn't they see you rapping? Oh dear, let me tell you this. Oh, fear now started say, oh, Tony, my boy said, but we shall for the Jadoyan. We did it.
Fear had also no pan was
starting now, Bobby to be nice, oh, yeah. But Opa started with fear, say, and Opebia, maybe a bidia, what for bidia, now so all year rounds, and as all the near Megua Pampan, so say, Obekas, we did it. It's because they do not see the future of the music, but they will see future if you are trading. Ejuma bi a wo ye ofie ho bia no mo hu ba ko ne de o disregard no but obi ba mom de won hu no obi ba mfa sika mra mehiem no wie na wo bo no fom a na fans na o discuss mu ma wunya ye na sa ba bedi na tem nti munya sure sa de we ya munya sure
there's another thing cooking
yo
we can was speed government
It's sad. It's sad, but fans no. Se se na ya woka no, omonto omobo. Na enche, omo favorite thing na be lose omo deals. Na omo no mo ka ho. Because the rate at which they easily jump into issues and start attacking, insulting, tarnishing people's images and all that.
Oh, na me am tin chen me boni am ye ya and say my interview lawyer.
Benyase. I
didn't cry a my lawyer and be Kasa. How? Mini bibi fufro ye bi.
I don't know be the men am say only me pa na me ni obi kunu awo. Me hu ye na me comment so no problem. Say ye kokota.
Obetime approve.
So betime approve. Afa nipa ni started so called delete bibia.
Me take a screenshot away.
Me take a screenshot away.
Upa delete.
I have
screenshots. A day, then Kwan Ekosu my way more. We are not willing to listen to the truth. What exactly is going on? But at the end of the day, no, the all kind of friends say they no creno, and the all kind of creno, Indian who he no creno, and at the all kind of creno. Unibian who he
the all kind of creno.
The all kind of creno.
Obi commenting a YouTube or saying microphone town. No crena wo kan no motan.
Iti me akasa de omo say any problem.
No crena wo kan.
And unu say we are say interest is here you.
Say interest.
So imagine omo time is here because Kwesi Arthur asemaba and maka. Ebia no oyada Kwesi Arthur. Esa a friends ebia Barcelona fan. O support Barca. Maka Kwesi Arthur udwame but ye ka Barca asem na metaba say chia ho de.
Ende opewasem.
Inti no kra na o kan ye no. Eno no chi. no I find no crane so abedu atem because no crane kind does not align with no agenda no person push no
inti yemfa ne say obi a or support to SM say team legal wife Sally, but it team legal wife.
But name on that football note, Manchester United.
No problem.
You're winning.
No problem. You the best I say information I got I say I show speed. Wabedru Chrome.
But things are cooking up.
Near me cookie on.
Yeah. So now me to win count. But real quick, yes, the government is not involved. But somebody in government have gone to post that there's a collaboration between government and I show speed.
Okay.
So we'll details now.
So you should look out for a government, people in government who make pictures.
Oh, but the guy is actually in Ghana.
Wabedru enyumre
which is an information I can was about.
Wabedru you know.
Not just Oba Chana.
Oh. And
I can't give details.
Oh.
Man back to back chilling bisa sa chilling.
Me na sure so no onye
chilling no.
Or kaisen at there ono there.
Eye den ha obi wo private ade a oye off camera.
Okay.
Eye den ya.
Who say kaisen at there who say no oginamu wo there. Who say oginamu. But we no there ono no.
Waba ye crew.
Ni there no obepo obepo no a really patch of and you know really the truth. Obetuma really no akọ hwe bibim say pum no ne there no.
Last week omo invite me
no the open no.
Me wo party asia ha ne strippers see.
No
omo nemu.
There's no penny bia.
And the normal circumstance me sorry say me call baby akọ strippers. But me ti wona
ebe fa mu
oh
many problem.
Kama. So omo mfa nim fifem.
You wrap it up with I show speed or really akọ table so.
But boss, who point there na me kaya man for say still shut an stone boy there.
Hey.
Enye ya yetu ya na yesu.
Me man kebi. Me pacho ya wrap it up made that production at say Nana Twetwe Mutwa hene 36 Mike and of course Melo and so e studio I say ya kasa ji dwumadi we di hu achiame nye chiame ba ko pe kechi wo ha se FM DJ Slim Baba e wo ha se Enazio say ade pachi na otisa akoko bon kokuku a na street is watching for and ye ka chem say ye da say but comment section is e bi wani na twere because the street is always
what
put me on the spot. Okay, all right, my bad.
Yeah, I show speed as na obi akọ post on Facebook say am I the only one?
Why you put me on the spot? Okay, all right, my bad.
I ain't putting you on the spot, bro.
Why you